All right, have and have not fans. My gosh, now ever since I posted those videos a couple days ago, going over the episode synopsis or episode leaks for both January the 8th and the 15th, people have been going nuts. Mainly because of the episode coming up, I believe, called "Speak Through It." You know, Catherine's mixing business with pleasure. Who says three is a crowd? More people have been talking about that episode just because of the fact that we finally have confirmation the show's coming back January the 8th. But the episode that I'm most excited for out of the two, and a lot of people have been commenting on this video, Battle for the Past. Secrets are revealed when everyone comes together at the hospital. Now, I am not going to embarrass myself for my lack of artistic ability, but in my notebook on a piece of paper, I actually jotted down like a mini chart, and on this screen I'll probably have like just a collage with a bunch of the characters, pretty much just showing the ones who will most likely be at the hospital, and then I'll just talk about why they're there and what possible secrets might be revealed. So maybe the title of this video will be what secrets will be revealed in season 6. So just because the title says that, I'm not really referring to the entire season, but more so just this episode. So keep that in mind. But looking at my chart here, and I'm briefly just going to talk about why these characters would be there. Now, it's kind of like a 5-character situation where 4 characters are, I guess you could say, surrounded around Jeffrey. You have RK, who, remember, Veronica spilt the hot coffee on him in order to make him go to the burn unit at the hospital in order to be where Jeffrey is. Remember, that's what she is hiring him to do, because not only will he get paid, but also allegedly have his entire past erased away so he can start his life over, without knowing that Veronica secretly wants to have him killed and then pin the blame on Jeffrey. But in this situation, he's supposed to be at the burn unit because Jeffrey's at the hospital visiting David. So, that's why RK is allegedly going to be in the hospital. But strangely enough, he wasn't in the finale exhausted. Justin, he's most likely just lurking around. So literally, that's pretty much the only reason he will be there, keeping an eye on Jeffrey. Then we have Madison, who by extension, number 1, works at the hospital, and number 2, remember that he was at David's house with Jeffrey when Veronica was flipped over the balcony. So he'll most likely, I think between the two, it'll most likely be Madison who calls 911 instead of Jeffrey. So we know Veronica will definitely be brought to the hospital because, well, she most likely needs medical attention. So remember, RK, Justin, Madison, Veronica are all at the hospital surrounding Jeffrey. So, in regards to why they're at the hospital to begin with. Then we have David. It's pretty self-explanatory. He's still in the, burn unit, intensive care. Jim's going to be seeing David due to the fact that, Sarah was outed as his mole within the police station because they know that she was the one to take the evidence from the Jennifer Salson murder. And now he's going to be talking with David, trying to recap everything and figure a way to get out of this mess. So that's pretty much Jim and David. And then we have arguably the most characters surrounding one person, and that's going to be Benny because he was shot. So obviously he's going to be in the hospital. First up, we know that Hannah and Derek are going to be in the waiting room. Mitch will eventually show up because, remember, he believes that somebody from the Malone family was the one to shoot him, and that's when Hannah's going to be questioning him. So, Derek is there for support for Hannah. Mitch is going to show up to see, the situation, to see how bad things are. And then eventually we're going to have Candace being brought in because we did see Secret Service pretty much, checking out the area, making a pathway for, most likely Candace and Charles to come on through. So, and we saw Hannah's reaction. Oh my God. And I think the only character out of the main cast not there yet is probably Catherine, because remember, she's still going to be at the Artesian Hotel with Broderick. So I do believe that if she does get the news about what happened to Benny, there's no doubt in my mind that Catherine would just drop everything and go support her friend out. And remember, Wyatt is stuck at Catherine's house being watched over by Leo and Max, so I doubt we're going to see him at the hospital when all the secrets are revealed. Gia, we haven't seen her, but we can just assume she's at the hotel. Not to mention, will she even be necessary anymore to the whole investigation against Jim Cryer, due to the fact that Jim already knows she's informant, and the fact that, Sarah was busted. So if anything, the only thing I could think of is her being around for the sake of Candace. But that kind of begs the question about Charles, if, you know, that secret will be revealed, and I'll do a separate video on that. And then, like I said before, Broderick is most likely at the hotel. Now, what kind of secrets will most likely be spilled? So we kind of have the cast of characters who we know are, you know, will probably figure out, okay, we're at the hospital. I think that Catherine in the episode speak through it. She'll most likely find out towards the end of the episode or early on in the episode, Battle for the Past. And that's when they say everybody is at the hospital. And that's when the teas are going to be spilled. What kind of secrets here? I'm thinking in terms of secrets, maybe we'll find out whether or not David is Jeffrey's real father, because Jeffrey might actually ask him about it, because number one, he has the information to prove that Erica was set up by Candace and Veronica to infiltrate David's life. So that's one thing, a secret that's revealed. And then, of course, again, like I just said, whether or not David is Jeffrey's real father. But even a better question, aside from Jeffrey asking David that, is David in regards to whether or not he actually knows if he's Jeffrey's father. That's another good one. Let's see here. Yeah, another good secret. I don't know if I could call this a secret, but I really do hope that the doctors do like an analysis on Benny and determine whether or not there's brain damage, because I've always wondered whether or not he suffered some kind of side effect from coming off life support in season 2 after the hit and run, and that explains his irrational behavior ever since that season. So that's one secret I hope gets revealed. Let's see here. I don't know if we'll get any information about the whole Derek lion tattoo theory of mine. Honestly, I don't feel like this is the best time for that. I mean, maybe Charles walks up to Hannah and Derek and, you know, oh, okay, this is your mother, Hannah, and is this your father? And maybe that'll be a hint. I could see that encounter happening. That would be pretty interesting. Because remember, Charles and his team can pretty much scout out any information. So there's no telling what's going to happen with that. And that leads back to that other scenario. Because remember, I'm assuming this was done off screen. But remember that, oh yeah, Hannah and Benny went to the bank in order to give the money back to the Criers, but Benny wouldn't do it. Derek said he was going to stay at the house because remember, the cops were supposed to show up to the kitchen to get fingerprints and everything, you know, after, what's his face? Oh gosh, I forgot his name. Big black dude who was the guy that was hired by, well, RK got him for Candace in order to rough up Hannah for the money. Like, I'm picturing the guy in my head. I cannot think of his name. You all know how I'm talking about. Basically, the guy that Hannah stabbed, and he was allegedly dead and then cremated in the van. But basically, you know, they were coming to get fingerprints from that. And I always said, remember, Derek made Hannah tea the night before, then he cooked breakfast that morning. So I'm wondering, will his fingerprints be discovered by the cops and then his past gets revealed as a result of that? I don't know, but I think that maybe a possible foreshadowing of a potential secret reveal is when maybe Charles asks whether or not, okay, so that's your mother, Hannah, is this your father too? So you know, referring to Derek. So I think that's one possible foreshadowing that we will get in this episode. In regards to Mitch, not really a secret because, again, Hannah's questioning Mitch, but it's been explained to her at least twice already who Mitch is, what his family does, and why Benny's in trouble with him. So I really don't know why that's going to be brought up like a dramatic plot point again. I don't know why. Another secret reveal, you know, obviously I feel like jaws will be dropping when the haves and the have-nots see that Candace is hooked up with the presidential elect. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's one hell of a secret that's going to be dropped. Not to mention, do you think that like the likes of Jim and Catherine will just be, you know, giving hints about who Candace really is and the stuff she's done, but Charles already knows. So once again, that's plenty of secrets I can definitely see. Not to mention, can you imagine Candace just sashaying herself around the waiting room, pretty much just revealing, you know, just showing her ass, so to speak, you know, without actually doing it, pretty much mouthing off. Honestly, I hope that's not the case due to the circumstances of, so let's think about who's in the hospital bed. David's in the hospital bed. Veronica's going to be in one. Benny's in one right now. And RK might just be there with, like, you know, a Band-Aid over his wrist or something. I don't know. But I think that in regards to secrets, I think we're going to need a roll of paper towels on the floor, because I think the tea is definitely going to be spilled. Keep in mind, I just speculated on a couple of things here, and not to mention, if Catherine shows up to support Hannah, there's no telling if Jim is going to walk out of the room. Maybe if Jeffrey needs some private time with him and with David, and then Jim's going to talk with Catherine because he knows about Broderick, thanks to seeing his name on the phone and what Wyatt was telling Jim about him. So that's another secret revealed. Guys, there's just so much tea. Like, I can go on and on and on, but Battle for the Past, January 15th, I am looking forward to that episode. Don't get me wrong, I want to see the one on the 8th, speak through it, but I'm more excited for Battle of the Past. I don't think I've been this excited for an episode just based off a synopsis since that episode title for Team of Rivals back during this season 5. But with that being said, let's keep the conversation going in the comments. What other secrets that will be hinted at or revealed do you think we'll get in the episode that I didn't mention in this video? So with that being said, I just wanted to give one quick request here. 2018 is coming to a close in about 3 weeks from the recording of this video. I'm recording this on December 10th, so 3 weeks from today will be the 31st. Please help the channel hit 60,000 subscribers before then. I'm really trying to hit that milestone before the year closes out, just because 60,000 it's just a good number to end the year on, because 100,000 is the goal. So hopefully around the middle of next year, we'll be there. So if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button. Tell people about the channel, due to the fact that the show is about to come on. And I imagine during that time, that's when the channel will grow a lot more than it is now this month, since the show is off the air. But yes, if you have friends, if you have family, if you have your own social media, please share my videos, share the channel, tweet it out, take a picture, do whatever you want. But we're trying to hit 60,000 subscribers before the closeout of the year. We've already hit over 1,500 uploads on the channel. We've already hit over 10 million. So I think that 60,000 would be kind of like, a 3 for 3 big milestones to close out 2018. So once again, that's my request. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you soon. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, as well as leaving your thoughts in the comment section below so we can keep the conversation going. On the left hand side of the screen, you should see a picture of Jeffrey Harrington. You can click on him in order to subscribe, but also hit the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content. Also, you should see some videos appearing on the screen as well that I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy if you enjoyed the one you just saw. But also, be sure to follow me on social media such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all my social media will be in the description below. And in order to help this channel hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to need your help. So make sure to share this video as well as the channel around with all of your friends on your own social media. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next video.